you're a generalist in history. What types of books or articles would you like? What's maybe the top book that you would recommend somebody look into if they want to learn about history,
Oh,
even if
gosh,
it's only
it's
sold 4 copies?
it's so hard to narrow down just one.
What about two? That make it easier.
Yeah, I guess well, maybe a little bit easier. There's a really wonderful book uh, that I was just enchanted by when I first read it in graduate school, and it's called Nature's Metropolis, and it's an environmental history of Chicago. And I know that sounds completely arcane. I have a copy of it somewhere in my oh, there it is, but it's underneath the table back there. But it's by William Cronin, who was one of the chief kind of founders really of the genre of environmental history. It's an amazing book because it talks about so many different things that you would never think of in the history of Chicago, about what was happening on the waterfront and how pigs were crucial to the development of Chicago, and how the stock market worked. And like in the 1850s there was this weird financial system based on grain, and there were like grain elevators, and then brokers would trade notes for you know 2 bushels of grain that came out of this elevator or whatever. And there was like an economy that grew up around that, and how that sort of radiated outward and really built the city of Chicago. I found it enchanting because it made things that you would think are not useless but very arcane and dull. It made those into really interesting and exciting topics, stuff that you would never think would be exciting. So I would recommend that book. There's lots of popular history books that I think, even though they are, there's some professional historians have a disdain for popular history. I do like a lot of popular history books, and there are some that are just wonderful journeys filled with a lot of really interesting stuff. The stuff that Robert K. Massey has written over the years has been wonderful. Nicholas and Alexandra, for example, which was published more than 50 years ago, is one of the great history books of the last century, I think, and really gets into the meat of not just their personal relationship with the Russian royal family in World War I and what was happening in that whole era. So I find that a very engaging book too. Another book that you could read and then you want to read more. It's like there's so many questions that come up and so many interesting things that come out of reading a book like that it makes you seek out more information. So I think those are the best history books. Those are the ones that do that kind of thing.
I owe the Ctruth patrons a huge thanks for their continued support in my endeavor to explore and map the world of chronology. Thank you all.